say something to you, Chris?
Yes, please.
Right now, I think the thing that's suffering is your management style. We before the show, we were all talking, and one of your employees slammed the phone down and left. Has he come back for the show, Vito?
No, he is still not back.
You got to get a hold of
That
him.
was a shock. That was a shock for him to tap out so early.
It was really not. Well, it wasn't professional. I have to say that. And it's also not professional that he's not showing up for the show.
No.
Vito, do you have him back on the line yet?
I'm getting him now.
Okay, good. So I don't want to tell you how to do your job, Chris, but you are the executive producer, and that means that you produce what? The producers.
The producers, yes. I produce the producers, yes. I understand that. I didn't from what I said, I didn't expect the reaction I got. I think the reaction was a bit overblown, to be totally honest.
We have Earl back now.
Okay, let me talk to Earl. I want you guys to stay out of this right now. Earl.
Yes.
Earl, got to show up for the show, buddy. Can't miss the show, right?
Yeah, just wasn't in a good place. No, they weren't.
None of us are in a good place. Now, tell everybody what got you upset.
No, I was just. No, you made a reference to Game 7 of the 1970 Finals. Willis Reed, one of the greatest moments in sports history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was sitting on the phone and I had a laugh. I thought it was funny because it was a funny line.
Be honest here, Earl. Earl, let's be honest. You did not laugh, and I said, because I didn't even know you were on the line, I wish Earl was here. He would have gotten that reference, and then you said, I'm laughing my ass off.
Yes. I mean, it wasn't audible. It wasn't, but I got the line. I said, I'm laughing. And I was just saying that I'm here and I'm laughing. It was a funny line.
We all know that it was a funny line. What they didn't believe is that you were actually laughing, because instead of laughing, you said, I'm laughing my ass off. And then Vito said, you could only, text that. You can't say that in real life because we could tell that you weren't laughing.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a big giant guffaw into the phone. I'm not that kind of person.
Here's what we don't understand, Earl. Why did that make you so mad that the guys started laughing then?
No, because they just started pouncing on me about it. And I'm just like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not me that you got upset with, though, right?
No, because, after a morning of crappy news, you made me laugh, and I appreciate that. But what I didn't appreciate was getting pounced on.
Well, you're not pounced on. They just pointed out that one laughs. He doesn't say, I'm laughing. And Earl, just so you know it, all of us, all the listeners, we're all having crappy news all the time, okay? We're all in the same place. But then it's the what? It's the show.
Yes. But I just didn't want to project that negativeness onto the show, so I just needed to kind of collect myself for a minute.
You can't do that. That's not how the show works.
Again, I just didn't want to be a downer. That's I'm trying not to be that now. I'm trying to move forward, trying to be positive, trying to do that. But I'm sorry, I'm just like a raw nerve right now.
All of us are, Earl. Every single one of us is. Everybody that you know or don't even know is in the same boat. We're all there. We all get it. Vito, did you feel like maybe you set him off by laughing about him saying, I'm laughing my ass off when he obviously wasn't?
I could have. I think that possibly set him off. It could have been when then I said I was rolling on the floor and laughing.
Right. Is that what did it, Earl?
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm like, I just felt like I was getting ganged up on for no reason, and I might have overreacted. I'm sorry.
Mm. What part got to you though? And by the way, your friends laughing is not an attack on you. It's just them laughing.
Yes, but I'm just. I was trying to have trying to enjoy a light moment, and it just felt like I can't even have that light moment without getting my balls busted.
Well, ball busting is part of the light moment, right?
It didn't feel like it though. It just felt mean.
I laugh at Chris all the time.
This is stupid. Chris is peeing his pants on TikTok.
What those hits?
Gail?
I've just returned to hear
Yeah.
that Earl is back, so that's good, right?
Yeah, Earl was explaining what annoyed him today, and he says he feels Earl's going through some rough times, unlike the rest of us. Earl's life is,
Sure.
yeah. So he didn't like the laughter that the boys did when he
Yeah.
got caught fake laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Why did
and
it
he's-
upset you at that level, Earl?
No, it's just explained. I just it just. I just felt it was just a little mean, and I thought it was just coming off. And again, I'm just not. I'm trying to stay positive, and it's not working. And again, I apologize for that.
But look, here's the thing. If it's a little mean, isn't it exactly that? Just a little mean? I mean, we're a little mean to Vito. We're a little mean to Chris.
What?
And you weren't on when I just said a few minutes ago. I was like, I overreacted, and I apologize for that.
Mm. All right, Earl. Anything that you want to add today?
Again, I just want to try to keep everything up.
No.
Really am.
Well, why don't you tell us something up? Why don't you give us like a, hey, Juju.
Yeah.
All she wanted was her mom
Oh,
She feels better now.
and Penguin. Ask her about
And
Penguin.
Juju, do you have
I
a
think-
penguin?
Penguin.
I
Well, you
think
think
I know
what,
what.
Chris?
I think I know what set Earl off. It might have been me slightly chuckling and then calling him out for being a liar. I think that's the thing that sets him off, because Earl is convinced he's not a liar. Yet, I think we can all point to the past evidence that Earl did lie about laughing his ass off.
I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into this. I'm not.
Chris,
I'm just
can
not.
I just, Chris, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Are you drinking? You sound like you're drinking.
It's Cinco de Mayo, Ron, and I have a bottle. I found a bottle of old tequila that I am drinking on. I'll be honest.
Okay, Chris.
Yes,
While
sir.
we're talking about professionalism, would it be possible? Would it be possible for you to say Cinco de Mayo starts at 5 p.m. and not at the beginning of the show, but at the end of the show?
I guess in all the realms of possibilities, that is a possibility. But I felt like, when the show's starting, it's exciting, it's fun. And, I just
Well,
wanted to
I can
Light
see
it
how
up.
you couldn't resist, considering the way you just described it. You found a bottle of old tequila. You keep finding these treasures in your house.
I have no idea
Discarded
what the tequila
washboards, aged tequila.
All right, let me just point this out now. Gail has brought a baby to work. Chris has brought a bottle to work, and Earl has brought his problems to work. So far, it's only me and Vito remembering that we're doing a show today.
Ron, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Gail, I am here. I'm sipping on some tequila calmly.
That is not good, Chris. That's
Ron,
not where we need to be.
Ron, what's today's date? Just can you tell me that? What's today's date?
Revenge of the 5th.
No. AKA Cinco de Mayo, a celebration of Mexican culture and their beverages.
Oh. Juju finds this hilarious.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. He doesn't come on the air going, I'm eating Mexican cuisine. He,
Right.
by the way, doesn't tell anyone, but I hear him slurring and then talking so focused, like he doesn't trust his thoughts.
It's like a cop pulled me over. If I could drive.
Earl, maybe what you need is a little sip of tequila to get you through your day.
Get some, bro.
I mean, if today was any day to drink, today would be the day.
I know. It's all about you, Earl. Thank you. Thank you for taking the listeners out of their own problems.
Oh, everyone, look at the center of the universe, Earl Douglas.
Stop it, Chris. Please stop it.
Just to bring up facts, I am reading the pad data, and it does say Earl lies about laughing. So just going by facts.
Okay. Earl, why is that up there?
I didn't put it up, and I don't know why it's up, but
Just so you know why the guys left, this might help you. You know the Creeps with Kids tour, right? Suppose I'm on stage doing that show, and instead of laughing, the audience starts to say, I'm laughing my ass off. I would feel like that was a heckle.
well, all right. I mean, I don't. Again, I'm not one of these people that are, I'm not, and I'm not in that.
Earl, fine, you didn't laugh.
outro.
I get it. I turned Donald Reed into Willis Reed. It's not fucking genius. It's not going to make the Ronnie B quotes.
I probably would have laughed my ass off, but I didn't get the reference. You know what I mean? Now I will.
Also, I want to point out that Earl said that, Ron, you made a reference to the single greatest moment in sports history, and you didn't reference the specific moment. You said the name of the man.
It's one of the Willis Reed coming out of the court was one of the greatest moments, and definitely one of the greatest moments in New York.
But he
sports.
didn't reference the moment.
What's funny about that? All right, Gail. By the way, Gail, you wouldn't have gotten either reference, Donna Reed or Willis Reed. And Chris, I'm so mad at Chris right now because he just texted me a picture of him slugging on a tequila bottle, not even a glass of tequila, and then he also has a do-rag wrapped around his head like a headband.
It's a good look.
Unprofessional. It's unprofessional, Chris.
I feel like anything can happen on Cinco de Mayo. You know, and sure, maybe it involves tequila. Yeah,
Chris, just so you know, you're drunk in front of a baby, and that's the lowest a person could be. I could be in a meeting and someone said, and then I hit my all-time low. I was drunk in front of a baby. And everybody would go, oh, that's bad.
Oh, that's sad.
That's bottoming out.
I mean, it's not great.
Dinosaur, that's right.
Where's a dinosaur?
What's that? Yeah, Decidor.
That's what she's calling a dinosaur, Decidor.
Yeah, Decidor.
It's totally incorrect.
I mean, I know you're not. I know you're not too now.
Stop, because she'll walk off this show,
focus.
Chris.
All right. There goes Earl. Thanks, Gail.
Hold on. Let Juju finish.
All right. Bennington on the air. It's Bennington Show. Today is what, Vito? Is it a Tuesday?
Yes, it's a Tuesday.
Okay.
I forgot for a
Thank you
second.
very much. I know. It's a very hard thing to remember. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, it's all the same fucking Groundhog Day. But we're doing it. All right. I said we had set up something on the social media, on the Instagram. Advice questions. That'd be a fun way to stay in touch with the audience. This one goes out to the MVP, a man who's not only kept this show on the air, our own Vito Calise, but is also now manservant to the great comedian Louis Black, Hall of Fame comedian. Vito, it says, last year I was 400 pounds. Now I am stuck at 270 for a month, though I run 5K a day. Help!
My biggest thing to do was fasted cardio, which is I would do cardio first thing in the morning, and that is not eating for 8 hours before you start your cardio. It burns more fat, and it'll help you lose weight.
Don't eat before you go out and run. What about this? He's running 5K a day. Why don't you just up it to 6K? Should do it for you. Boom. You don't like that? Take it to 7K. Up the dosage. This is something I learned very, very young. You get used to one dosage, up it a little bit. Or double D's, as we used to say. Double doses. This one's for you, Gail. Gail, how do I get my kid to eat regular people food, not baby food?
I'm a terrible person to ask because my child still prefers breast milk to regular people food. Today I actually made her a vanilla pudding that was the most beautiful pudding you've ever seen, and I had strawberries sliced on the top of it, and she just looked at it like, meh.
Wasn't interested.
No, not even slightly.
How about this? You chocolate pudding that.
She did
Kids
enjoy
like chocolate. This one says, how can we get you to stop taking BL's calls? Obviously you can't. It's a problem. All right, this one's for everybody. Which 70s classic should I watch first? Dog Day Afternoon, 5 Easy Pieces, or Papillon? First of all, you should be watching all three of those. I'll go first. You got to watch Jack. You got to watch 5 Easy Pieces. Gail?
My vote is Dog Day Afternoon. I love that movie.
WNEW, how can we help you? Vito?
Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah, you know why? Because you're Italian. The fucking Italians love Al Pacino. I've been out to dinner with Italians, and I'll just hear, you know who's good? And I go, yeah, I know. Al Pacino. They fucking love Al Pacino. And I understand that Godfather 2 is good. I've never seen it. Saw the first one, loved it. But I really want to see that second one. This one says, I'm not going to read that one. It's an Earl thing. Not going to read that one either. It's an Earl thing. Another Earl thing. All right, this one could go out to the group. How should I use my peanut butter besides PB&J? I'm going to start this one off. What do you say you make a little Thai food chicken with that little bit of peanut butter paste they have in there? Gail?
Oh.
Peanut butter smoothies all the way. Banana, peanut butter. You can't go wrong with that.
You know, I'd never heard of this before in my life. I didn't even know there was such a fucking thing as a peanut butter smoothie. Yep. I'm starving right now for that. Vito, do you know about this?
No, I had no idea.
Chris? By the way, Gail, did you see what I wrote back to Chris just a second ago? I was very proud of it. He started booking a show for 2 weeks from now, telling us that we had a doc sent to us. And I go, can you just focus on today's show, drunkie?
Focus.
And then he responds, understood.
Yeah, understood. All right, here's one. Fez calls you at 3 a.m. crying. He just struck and accidentally killed his lover. What do you do? Well, since he's far away, there's only one thing I can do. Send him the wolf.
Oh, you sent in the wolf?
Yeah. Why didn't you say so, minority? This one's from Shrek. This one hurts my feeling. How do you find love in a pandemic world? Or any world? Come on.
Oh.
She is so cute. What is going on with her that she's a single gal?
It's funny that she says that because I think that Mary Beth Barone just wrote an article about that, and she's very funny, and I believe it's on Paper Magazine, and I haven't read it yet, but check it out. It's something like COVID-19 and romance. Paper Magazine, the very funny Mary Beth Barone.
All I can imagine is Shrek has done nothing but date bums. She must have a thing for bums. Bad guys. Bad guys. Vito, you haven't seen your girlfriend in coming up on 8 weeks, right?
Yeah, it'll be 8 weeks on Sunday, I guess.
Then let's admit this. You two are broken up.
No, we still talk every day. We're not broken up.
What are you, in the fucking army? You know what I mean? What are you, over in Vietnam?
Is she even going to recognize your bod when she sees you again?
I hope not.
That's great. Vito, next time we send you a gold belly, why don't you take half of it over to your Lewis Black, the person you're taking care of through this.
Yeah, I mean, I think me and him are really going to bond over this Corona period.
Do you imagine if you guys ended up becoming friends? It'd be some kind of a movie right there, Like, it's almost like Green Book in a weird fucking way. If Green Book was the way I wanted it, two white guys. This one was for Juju. Quick question for Juju. Emperor Penguin versus Chris Trap Penguin. Who we riding with?
Oh.
Yes, probably. Okay, Emperor Penguin versus Chinstrap. I think she is, Emperor is the classic. I think that's the preference. She's going to say Emperor. Although she's very fond of the Adelie Penguin. That's the one that she watches the documentary on. So I would say that's probably her favorite.
This one, I think that we're going to... I think I'm going to throw Chris this question. Chris, what am I going to do about this whole dang deal?
Well, that's a big, broad question. I'm going to say socially distance and hope for the best. And that's the best thing I can tell you about the whole dang deal.
You are so drunk right now. You probably thought that was a good answer. You're fucking Cinco drunk. I hate it.
I'm just sucking down this tequila, Ron. That's all. That's all that's going on right now. I'm kind of hot. To be really honest. Oh yeah, good point.
Take your pants off. Nobody can stop you.
Too late.
All right, this is a good one. This one's from Sharon. Should my husband put 4 of the 6 slot machines he has in our living room out in the shed? Chris, what about you for that one?
I'm saying no, we shouldn't. Keep them all in. You want variety is the spice of life, right? So if you don't want to use one slot machine, you should have the option of using 5 other ones. What else are they going to put in that fucking space?
I think it's great to have your living room look like a bad casino. I think that's a lot of fun.
I want to put a slot machine in my fucking living room now. That sounds great.
I think they should put it out in the driveway and let random people come up and play.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I think move some out. I mean, that sounds like too many. And I think always a rule with interior design is stand at the end of the room, turn around, and whichever slot machine you see first, get rid of it.
Interesting. Well, that's very, very interesting. All right, this is from Bazooka Joe with gusto. He says, 56-year-old dude here. What's the youngest girl that I could date? For you, Bazooka Joe, I'm not even saying it. I'm thinking maybe 70 because I see your picture here. Now, obviously, we all know it's half your age plus 7. So you're 56. You're going to be looking at 28 plus 7. You can get away with a 35-year-old, which, trust me, that's a pretty good deal for you, my man.
It is. It's weird, but half your age plus 7 really, really works. It does.
It's
I
wish
always
it
accurate.
didn't. Yeah.
I think Bazooka can go lower. I think like 30. I think he can get away with.
Well, I mean, obviously you can get away. You know, no one's going to arrest you for it. This one, oh, God, I didn't even notice this. This is Hard Rock Johnny. I live with my girlfriend and bake bread and piss in a jar. How can I stop pissing in the jar?
It's bullshit.
God.
That's not a real question.
Chris, I think
have an answer
this
for
should be
that.
you answer. Yeah.
My answer would be piss your pants. Everyone on TikTok is doing it.
Oh, God, I love that bit.
But I got to bring the piss down into something.
Oh, God, Chris. So
what?
This one said, this is a little more serious. My city, Gallup, New Mexico, is on complete lockdown. Any suggestions for apocalypse songs? That's a rough one.
Fuck.
I'm not a big fan of songs that scare me. So, I don't believe in apocalypse songs. I do believe in Apocalypse Now. A lovely, lovely movie.
Just listen to
That's
that.
what you do.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
listen
about
to the Apocalypse Now? What
about In the Year 2525? I think that'd be a good song.
Fuck, first of all, it's a great song. It's one of the few science fiction pop songs. You know what I mean? We don't have enough of those.
Not at all.
This one's for you, Gail. He says, I'm about to be a dad in August. How do I get presents during this quarantine thing? Do you do a Zoom baby shower? Is that a dumb thing, Gail?
Yeah, Zoom your baby shower, and then also just don't get too much stuff. You'll regret it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about toys. Just make sure you have clothes and burp claws because people will buy. You know what I mean? Don't put toys on there because people are just gonna buy toys. You're not gonna stop people. Put on essential items and Zoom it.
Yeah, people forget that.
Zoom everything.
You're not sitting there. You don't have a baby come in a couple months and I hope there's a stuffed animal for a 1-day-old to play with.
Please.
You got to be a dope to do that. This one's for Earl. How do I, Earl, are you here, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
This one says, how do I get my coworker to do his work?
Hey, Earl.
Earl, you can't leave that air, buddy. Huh?
I said, yeah. You said you ask and order.
You ask and order. Do you hear that, Chris?
I heard it, and maybe I shouldn't just, point out Earl's lies. Because look, that's probably what set him off today. And that's
okay, Chris.
What, Earl? What?
Okay,
What,
Chris,
Earl?
what text message do I send you every single day? Hey, Earl.
Here's it. And then I answer it every single day. And also, for fucking 3 weeks after I was feeling better, Earl kept texting me, "Hope you're feeling better." And I told him multiple times,
That's
I'm feeling
That's a general thing, Chris. I'm generally I apologize for feeling concerned about your health.
No, but that's the issue. That is sarcasm, Ron.
Earl.
I don't appreciate that.
I'm generally concerned about.
Because of his weight? Are you saying because of his weight you're concerned?
Well, I have a weight problem, okay? Stop pointing it out. I'm sick of everyone on the internet and my coworkers pointing out how fat I am.
I never pointed out how
Grace, your phone sounds terrible. Your phone sounds terrible, and you can't speak fast on it. Earl, let's not start weight shaming, okay?
I didn't weight shame him. I'm genuinely concerned he had a bout with the COVID, and I was genuinely concerned.
Earl sends
like
me a
you're
text.
wishing it.
Yeah, he is.
Earl sends okay.
Let me finish. Earl sends me a text every day saying, "Hey, fatty, what do you got for me?" And I don't fucking appreciate
Hey, fatty. Would never say that.
It seems like
I consider that the
Chris
fourth
is able
word.
to laugh that off.
Yeah.
Earl texted me yesterday and said, "Do you think Fat Boy could sweat out the corona?"
So fucked up.
Earl.
You would never say such a thing.
Of course you would. You hate me.
He's been photoshopping Chris onto pictures of different fat celebrities' bodies and sending it to me daily.
Yeah, but then Chris looks thinner in those pictures.
Come on, Ron.
All right. This is from Alicia for you, Gail. Want to copy Gail, kinda, and order NYC pizza from Good Belly, but which one? Which one, Gail? Why won't you answer? Which one?
I don't know. I have to check what's on Goldbelly.
I believe Joe's Pizza's on there, and that's always a fine pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me check what's out of Brooklyn too, because there's some really great ones. Like maybe, yeah, Brooklyn has better pizza than Manhattan.
Really? I'll have to tell that to the people at Joe's, celebrating the number one pizza now for 42 years straight.
Earl told me to check out this place on 72nd and Broadway, and I got there and it was a Domino's.
Come on.
Earl.
Okay, my suggestion is Roberta's Pizza.
Ugh.
You don't like Roberta's?
I had Roberta's pizzas once. I shit for 16 straight days.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's the key to weight loss.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't even know if I like a lot of these fucking advices. A lot of them, when I look at them, seem to be a little sarcastic.
What?
Earl, do you feel like you got your legs back here?
Yeah, I'm good.
You got your sea legs back? You ready to start doing some work? Can we count on you?
I've been doing the work.
Earl, believe me, I see it. It's not happening.
You've been doing the twerk.
That's good. Chris is a little drunk. I'm not going to lie to anybody here.
But he's right. Earl has been spending way too much time twerking.
Earl's on TikTok twerking and pissing himself.
Chris.
But it's not a challenge. He just does it. He wants to own that.
Go Pack Joe wants us to know that Wise Guys in Salt Lake City is opening this weekend. 35% capacity, tables 6 feet apart, groups 4 or less, staff wearing masks, temperature checks for everybody, disposable plates and menus. They've got open mic tonight. If they're doing 35% is a sold out room, I say book Rich Voss. That's what he draws. I'm also being told that the pizza seems like it's outrageous prices on Gold Belly. Yeah, that's kind of why I went for the ribs to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, that's a full meal. I don't know if I would say a pizza.
Well,
is a meal.
it's because you get like 6, because they're not going to just send one pizza. So you kind of have to be willing to do a large. Yeah, that's why it's so much.
Oh, I'll throw a block party. Why does Chris get happier as he gets drunk, right? And then Earl gets angrier as he gets more sober.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Earl's out of his fucking mind. And I love him. I love Earl and he hates me. I don't fucking get it.
Andrea said that she loves Kathleen Madigan, and she also got the Crystal Gale reference. She also loves hearing Juju.
So
I was
sweet.
a little embarrassed today about the way Juju pronounces dinosaur.
Dosador?
I just feel like, yeah. I mean, that's an accent I've never even heard before. And even, like, what's the accent of penguin? Penguin?
That's like some sort of old-timey southern plantation owner and saying penguin. It's a penguin.
Penguin. Yeah, kids, I don't know what it is about them, but they talk like babies. You know?
Yeah, it's silly.
Oh, this is a great. This was for you, Earl. This is from Led 37. He says, "I'm looking into juggling to impress the ladies. Any ideas how to get started?"
My advice would be just to really just be yourself. You know, just have an engaging personality. Be fun.
All right.
Worked for
Okay, Earl. The question was, he's looking into juggling. So how is being
part.
yourself going to make you a better juggler?
No,
What am I going to do to
sorry.
Earl? Earl,
I didn't hear the first
just
part of it.
relax for a second, Earl. What am I going to do? What do I got to do to get you to focus?
No, again, I apologize. I didn't hear the first part of it. But
Well, you
juggling,
should.
I would try to do something with, just go for it. Really do something outrageous. Have some, have the balls on fire. Have the.
No, that's not the right answer.
He's never juggled in his life. You're going to have him light the balls on fire? And by the way, have you ever seen a juggler just juggling fireballs? He's going to burn his hands.
Laughing my ass off.
All right, you're really not, Vito. You're making fun of Earl for being, and don't take this the wrong way, incredibly stupid before the show. Go
Earl,
ahead,
just
what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I would say try, just go for it. Be broad. Be
Just
outrageous.
go for it. But he wants to learn to juggle. Why is he going to be outrageous?
Go for it, dude.
How does one juggle, Earl?
But with juggling, I remember the old Steve Martin bit where he juggled cats. Try something.
You
he
have to
did
be
that,
able to juggle before you get to that point. You want to start juggling.
I mean, outside of actually taking lessons, I really wouldn't know how to do that.
Well, hold on for a second. There's juggling lessons? Where?
Go
Where?
to a professional juggler. To try to track down someone who's very good at it.
What the fuck?
Earl, the answer is simple. You start with 2 balls, 1 hand. That's it. You just juggle back and forth, 2 balls, 1 hand. Then you add the 3rd ball, both hands. Suddenly your life you're on your fucking path. You don't go tracking down jugglers and asking them to mentor you.
Or setting cats on fire, which I don't think is right.
Earl said tracking down juggalos.
Now that
you, Earl?
I can do.
The trick is to find someone who knows how to do it very well. Ask them for advice, him or her for advice.
They asked you.
Thank you,
for
by the way.
advice,
Thank you
Earl.
for correcting yourself and saying "or her." I really appreciated that. That was cool.
I'm going to be honest. I've never seen a female juggler in my life. And when we were in L.A., Vito stayed at the Magic Castle, so we were at the shows every single night and saw quite a few jugglers and magic jugglers.
And none of their
Earl,
advice would be to be broad.
Yeah.
Be
and
bold.
outrageous.
Earl could just also said YouTube. I'm sure you can watch a YouTube on how to juggle.
All right, Earl, if you're not going to think about this, I can't throw any more questions your way.
I mean, I'm not a juggling expert. I mean, obviously.
But you are a
None
juggler
of us are,
expert.
Earl.
Were you sad that The Gathering was canceled this year? Chris. Dick.
Earl, answer.
He's mad.
Earl, did you hear what your executive producer said, right?
Hello, can anyone hear me? There you go.
Come on.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Earl, you're not a World War II pilot, okay? You're a guy on the radio.
I just heard. The last thing I heard, I believe, was Ron, and then I heard nothing for, I guess, solid 30 seconds. I was going to call back.
I asked you a question, and then you just sat there quietly.
But after that, I didn't hear anything else.
Hello, can anybody hear me? Over?
Copy.
Over and out.
Wayno just sent this to us. He said, Earl texted me yesterday and said, can you believe how much Wrecked Hicks sweats while making his urine pretzels?
It's so fucked up, Earl. You're a piece of shit. Why are you texting listeners about my fucking overweight?
Urine pretzels. Urine pretzels. Is that what you boil them in?
No, god damn it, it's water.
People are saying that. Earl,
get the urine at a good boil.
Yeah. Earl, why are you so much funnier on text than you are on the air?
You could be a little bit more honest when you're right. Well,
kids, we tried. We tried to do the advice show. All right, Hickman Bell just wrote this to us. I hate those pretentious jugglers. Why won't they just be themselves?
Stop, please stop. I'm literally holding a baby right now, dude. Yeah.
All right, Karina says this. You should record Earl's heavy ass sighing as a sound clip. It's great.
Hello,
so the
can anyone
sleeping?
Hear me? Yeah, she's sleeping.
Hello, is there anybody in there?
But that pretentious juggler thing almost woke her up because I was laughing too hard.
Can I ask you something? Should we feel like bad when she passes out during a show, like it's the dumbest show that ever happened?
Yeah, it's hurtful. She's like, that was my mom drooling on as usual.
Every day I get a little depressed when she drifts off to sleep. I either lose her or Earl halfway through every show.
Yeah. But hers isn't out of anger,
Most of the time, Earl's just juggling his own balls in his fucking hands.
Dude,
you're so drunk. You're a fucking horrible drunk right now.
I'm just fucking pointing out Earl's bullshit because he keeps texting the listener saying how fat I am.
Earl, you got to be able to talk with the people on the show to have a show, right?
Yes. I'm not trying to, I just didn't want to step on anyone. That's all.
You couldn't step on anyone. Listen to that dead air, Earl. You're supposed to respond to me. We're having a conversation.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to, again, I didn't want to just jump on the top of everyone. But again,
nobody was talking, Earl.
Earl, you can't step on anyone when there's dead air.
Earl,
he asked you a question. We were silent so you could answer.
Let me just say this in Earl's defense: there were people talking, but in his head.
Have you noticed that Chris's laugh gets meaner the drunker he gets? It becomes very evil.
Very familiar with it. Very familiar with it. He sounds like a fucking Nazi guard the drunker he gets. He's sadistic sounding.
Earl's the sadistic one. He's the one who passive aggressively hates me.
Do you, Earl?
Hate you or anyone else?
Earl,
I really don't.
It's okay. It's okay if you hate Chris. We all do. But the thing is, you know, we're not out to embarrass him constantly about his weight or whatever.
Hate just takes up
his weight. Does it itself?
What's that, Earl? You stepped all over.
Hating someone just takes up.
Relax. I was kidding. I was kidding.
I'm dead.
It just takes up entirely too much energy and just entirely too much time to hate someone. Why give someone that power?
Nothing but time. So you act like he doesn't
energy?
even exist. Yeah.
And I was saying, why give someone that kind of power? Just like, you know.
All right. Earl, what about the terrorists? You don't hate the terrorists?
He loves them.
What about COVID? You don't have the energy to fucking hate that ugly germ?
He wishes everyone had
COVID.
it.
Fuck, girl, don't say that.
I mean, there's certain situations that I don't like, but people, like,
and that's Chris.
Taking the time to actually sit down and like, I hate this person so much, I'm going to do everything. It's just, I'd rather focus on positive things.
Earl loves COVID so much, he named his first child COVID-20.
Earl, don't. Now, second, I know that you're not watching Last Dance. Michael Jordan is considered the greatest basketball player of all time. He was driven by hate. The thought that anybody could compete with him, that could be compared to them. He hated that person, then he went out and won him. What about you becoming the Michael Jordan of radio? Would you be willing to do that, Earl? Would you be willing to hate?
You know, like hate again. Hate's a strong concept. Like I just want to bury someone into the ground. I don't have that thing in me. I just rather, again, just focus on positivity. Focus on doing the best, best of my own abilities.
Earl, first of all, we know you. You're not positive, and you'd never work to the best of your abilities. You work what you consider to be the bare minimum. You're almost like Jungle Book, bare necessities. That could be you.
That's him. You're fucking right.
The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Chris Stanley, a little drunk today on Cinco de Mayo. I say he gets a pass. You know what I mean? Like, normally I say you can't come drunk. Yeah, it's perhaps America's greatest holiday, a holiday that Mexicans do not even have. But Chris wanted to be part of it today. He wanted to be drunk.
Why can't I have some normalcy in my life? Why can't I just drink some tequila on Cinco de Mayo in the middle of a fucking pandemic, you know? Why can't I just try to feel like this is pre-COVID?
The interesting thing is that you're asking the question now after you're drunk when there's nothing we can do. If you would have said that to us at noon today, we could have given you a long list of reasons why you can't be drunk at work. But you didn't do that. You waited until I heard you slurring, and then you sent a picture in of you sucking directly out of a tequila bottle.
I sent you guys an update. Check your text messages.
I don't even know what he means.
Yeah, especially because I don't see anything.
It's coming.
There's nothing there.
Bad internet here.
Janelle Jokes wrote this. Maybe poser hipster Chris Stanley can make bagels, but can he brew his own pineapple seltzer? And then right after that, there's just a picture of Chris sucking out of his Cinco de Mayo thing. And why are you wearing that kerchief around your head like that, Chris? Are you trying to look stereotypical?
Why are you less clothed than the first picture?
Because I just took my shirt off. It's really hot in this room. But I have a bandana around my head because I can't find my Expos hat. It's so lost somewhere in the apartment. I have no idea where it is. But I got to keep this hair out of my face. I haven't had a haircut in fucking 2 months, 3 months. And it's a good look, honestly. I feel like more people should be wearing fucking bandanas.
Why don't you just worry about yourself, Chris, and stop trying to run all of society? And
he's just trying to look like a comp beast, which is really Vito's look.
All right, the new picture that he just sent, him taking a big pull off that tequila bottle, the eyes are shut, and he looks like he's never been happier. And he's also not wearing a shirt at all. He has peeled his shirt off, and he's just bare-chested, drinking tequila during a work day.
It's Cinco, man. That's
all right, I just got something sent from Hard Rock Johnny. Earl, you used to work for Johnny before you torpedoed the Hard Rock Cafe, correct?
Well, he made his departure from the company, and I didn't torpedo the company or the brand at all.
Well, it hasn't been open now for 2 months. So if that's good to you, I don't know what is. And this is from Hard Rock Johnny. Johnny said that Earl called me Johnny Fat Rock at work all the time.
Come on!
Now, that's the kind of humor that I love, Earl. Because you took Hard Rock and turned it into Fat Rock. And that's Flintstone humor. That's the kind of brilliance that the Flintstones brought.
I don't recall ever making that statement. I would never make fun of, particularly my boss's weight.
Have you ever heard the term? Have you ever heard the term "go with the bit"?
Yes.
Okay. Vito, I just got something sent to me from Lewis Black. He'd like you to pick up some of those Christmas tree fresheners, air fresheners for him.
Okay. I'll find out where to get them.
Yeah, he says he needs 600 of them.
What?
I gotta admit, it sounds to me like he's got a dead body in one of those rooms. I saw this in the movie Seven. Yeah. Hey, good news, everybody. I haven't told you about this yet, but I started a Patreon. And if you'd like to give me money every month, for $1,000 a month, you can be part of what I call the Gold Circle. $1,000 a month. Once a month, I'll have a Zoom lunch with you. And this month, it's going to be Turkey Club. So get in on that. Now, a couple people asked me, a couple of the gold folks asked me, they go, is this a one-on-one lunch? No. Zoom, hopefully there'll be 100 of us in there. And at those prices, I'm making $100,000 a month. And we'll all eat at Turkey Club together, and I'll tell you a couple of stories, and, it'll be fun. It's a 7-minute lunch, so eat fast. And also, there's been some question about this. I'm going to tell everybody in the Gold Circle of my Patreon, you have to provide your own Turkey Club lunch. And if you bring any other kind of lunch besides Turkey Club, you're being kicked out of the Zoom room. This is the Turkey Club lunch.
Now, do you think that maybe the price point is a little high?
Actually, I thought it was a little low. I mean, some of the platinum people couldn't believe how low the price was.
Please let me join.
Chris?
What?
You got to get back into the drug sale business that you used to do when you were younger. These these drunk pictures of Chris look so bad. He keeps sending them in. I can't believe that you're shirtless and just drinking straight out of the bottle. Where's your chick right now?
She's in the living room where her office is, and I've taken this a separate room as an office. She's going to be very weirded out when I walk out shirtless and drunk.
I don't know how she does it. I do not understand how she does it.
Ron, there's a charm to me. You know, I think that might be it.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to say this. Remember that in many ways, drug dealers are on the front lines, and no one ever brings that up. But if you have a drug addiction, that's an essential worker for you.
That's true.
I know one dude who's selling his own branded Purell and fucking N95 masks.
What's that have to do with anything that we're talking about?
This guy's a drug dealer also. He'll sell you.
That's an important part of the story, Chris. Well, he sounds like a nice fella.
You know what's fucked up about me is that my brother said, because I always take pictures of me with a fucking kerchief around my face. And he goes, look, dude, I got N95 masks. I'll send you a couple. I go like this. No, I got better masks than that. I got a fucking N96. I just put the kerchief on to look cool. But then I thought to myself later, what is wrong with you that you won't let somebody help you? I can't. I cannot do that. I wish I could be like Lewis Black and just have Vito run me over whatever I need at any moment of the day.
I'm a task rabbit.
Vito, would it be okay if you and your mom each work 12-hour shifts and each of you is available for Lewis Black anytime you need you around the clock?
I'll just cover my mom's shifts. Like I don't mind. You know, I'm a 24-hour in debt to Mr. Black. Like I might have to let you guys know during the show sometimes. Hey, I got to run out real quick.
First of all, Vito, Mr. Black is Earl's father. I want you to call him Lewis Black. All right, this came up to us, and we'll do this before we go to break. Out of all of Quentin Tarantino's screenplays, what do you consider the best? Gail, I'm going to let you go first.
Wow, this is really tricky. It's between two, but I'm going to just go knee-jerk reaction on this. I think that Quentin's best screenplay is Pulp Fiction, honestly.
Pulp Fiction. Interesting.
Yeah.
Chris Drunky Stanley, what do you got?
I felt this for a long time. This might be controversial, but I'm going to fucking say it anyway. But I think True Romance is his best screenplay.
I don't think it's
a
controversial
damn good,
because those are the two.
Yeah.
It's like the other one I was considering.
Oh,
yeah.
Those are two fine screenplays. Vito, what about for you?
I also
could
think
be a deal breaker here.
I also think it's True Romance.
I'm going to say something to you guys that, well, unlike Chris, this is absolutely controversial. But I think the screenplay that he was that I consider the most interesting, because it's very, very rare to see him grounded in a story this close to reality. It's the only time that he used other source material than his own imagination. But if you go back and look at that story with middle-aged people making middle-aged decisions, a scary, scary fucking bad guy, Jackie Brown is an amazing fucking screenplay. It really is.
Yeah.
it is.
And I know I'm being a contrarian, you know, but I think that's certainly his most underrated screenplay. And I think people,
Definitely.
when it came out, they probably didn't like it as much because it wasn't so Pulp Fiction-y. It wasn't so Reservoir Dogs. It was a kind of a departure. But it's really fucking brilliant. It really is.
Yeah, it's good.
Fantastic. I made the wrong decision.
Let's let Earl be
Don't
the.
beat yourself
let's
up.
No,
you know what?
so.
Let's let Earl be the tiebreaker here. Earl, what do you got?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to go with a genre that I don't particularly like, but it made it really interesting. I thought From Dusk Till Dawn had some really great lines, funny lines, and combining combining like the vampire movie with the chase movie, the crime thing. I thought From Dusk Till Dawn was a fun movie. It was great.
It's not
great screenplay.
that screenplay though. He just wrote that to suck on fucking Salma Hayek's toes. I mean, that was just the goddamn vanity project.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
And I love that movie.
That's, by the way, not what a vanity project is. But
Vanity project.
when you go look at that, the fucking look on Quentin's face when he's licking that tequila off those toes. I mean, he is not acting. He's fucking. No. You know what I mean? It's basically his whole demeanor changes. You know, there's a lot of fun dialogue in the beginning of that opening scene. The dialogue, we played it not too long ago. It's crazy, but it does fall apart with the action part. It gets very fucking silly and dumb, and it goes on a long way. But the first half of the movie has some really, really great dialogue, particularly before, you know, the two brothers show up. That fucking scene in the little fucking gas station mini mart is hilarious.
Yeah.
When they go back and forth using the term waterhead.
It's fantastic, but not the best.
You changed your mind. You
No.
Project.
It was a vanity project.
And it was only written to suck on her toes, and that it was a vanity project.
Chris, you're drunk.
You're
literally a drunk person. I hope you're enjoying yourself today. You really should be.
This, you know, I would like to say this is the best Cinco de Mayo ever, but I forgot that we're in fucking quarantine.
Thank you.
But it ranks up there.
It's sad that you would say that. All you should really say is I'm drunk and leave it at that. One thing about Chris is he doesn't care where he's drunk. You know what I mean? He could be in Jamaica. He could be in Jamaica, Queens. He's having the same amount of fun. Now, Chris, would you like Vito to go collect your mail over at your Queens apartment?
I would.
I need him to pick up some stuff over there for Lewis Black.
Vito, just run over the Queensboro Bridge, grab my fucking mail, and then overnight it to me from Syria.
If I do that, I'm claiming squatters' rights, and I'm taking Chris's apartment over.
No, that is not part of the deal.
Bennington is back. Bennington SXM on Instagram if you want to check out Chris's beautiful pretzel rolls that lack pretzel salt. So,
also, if you've ever wanted to see Chris shirtless drinking tequila, those pictures are being put up now as we speak. He's a little bit loaded today. So much so that I'm going to make a call to HR after the show and say, is it possible to be this far away from someone and still feel like in danger, you know?
Right. I think we all are. I think Earl thinks so anyway.
I know Earl thinks so. Bennington show, everybody's just doing everything they can these days, Gail. We're trying to keep everything together. But I want to go through some of these stories and let you know why we're in positions that we're in. The old Pope finally started talking. That's the ex-Pope. And he said he considers gay marriage to be the Antichrist. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Gay marriage is the big problem right now in the world. When you think of the whole world, just knowing that two guys are married is the worst thing going on today.
Right. That's definitely the first thing that comes to mind. And it's probably the cause.
Well, it could be. You never know how angry the Lord gets. I mean, at least the God of the Old Testament is not an easygoing guy. Here's a guy that wrote an entire article saying the whole world loves Fetch the bolt cutters, but I don't.
Yeah.
I would say this about anybody. Not everybody likes everything. You don't have to freak out because someone thinks a song is good or an album is good and you don't. How little self-esteem do you have if
What's
your
wrong
friends
with me?
are all saying, "Hey Now" is a great fucking song, and they jump up and dance, and you think to yourself, "I do not like this song."
I like that it just made him so upset that he had to write an article about it. What's wrong with me?
I would just point out to him, there are people that don't like the Beatles or Elvis Presley, and they've sold far more albums than Fiona Apple will if she lives 10 lifetimes. But people don't think to themselves, I'm so worried. I don't like Elvis Presley. What do I do now? Why am I alone? Who is like, do you think, the greatest fucking performer, entertainer, songwriter, whatever you want to think, the greatest one that's signified as the greatest one, and you're like, man, I don't care for that person at all?
Yeah.
Because I have one. I never got Pavarotti. I have no fucking understanding why people are sobbing during Pavarotti. Now, do I think that he's great? He fucking has to be.
Right.
He has to be. But I go like this. I went to see him once and I was just yelling, in English, you fat fuck. Come on. Bring it. I mean, not one person was dancing. Now, do you have anybody like that for yourself, Gail? That everybody would agree is great?
There's a current one that kind of blows my mind is Ed Sheeran. I wasn't really sure what it was about this guy that hit celebrity pop status overnight. I never heard a song of his that I thought was good. I don't think that I don't get it. It just confuses me.
Sells out stadiums, soccer stadiums, just him and an acoustic guitar. He could not be bigger. Couldn't be bigger. I'm going to give one to you that you're going to hate me for, Gail. And I'll say there's a couple of songs that I get, but that's fucking Queen Bey. I don't overall get the whole Oprah thing. It's not even like about the singing, but every part of her life, everyone has to fucking love.
I mean, I'm going to go with a strong disagree on songs because I feel like she has a lot of great songs, but I can understand that you're saying she would have to be overrated because of how highly she's rated. You know what I mean? Like nobody's that good.
She also
to deserve the
doesn't
level of fame she has.
She also doesn't seem to be a pleasant person. You know what I mean? She just doesn't seem like a nice person. I would actually say she seems to be looking down on everyone as if she really was royalty. Chris Stanley, what about for you?
I would say that I disagree only because I think that she's in the status of having somewhere between like 20 to 50 great pop songs, which to me, you're a great pop singer if you have that.
I'm going to say maybe two songs. Chris, what about for you?
I might be fucking fired from Sirius XM for saying this, but I never was really into Bruce Springsteen at all, and I didn't realize how much people were absolutely obsessed and loved him before working at Sirius and seeing everyone just follow him around.
Let me stop you for a second and say, Vito, I don't want you to hold him to this. He's drunk, okay?
He's drunk.
He's drunk. But you work with a guy, Vito, who he and his mom love and worship Bruce Springsteen.
I understand.
I would say I think the same about fish, but I don't think anybody likes them enough for me to say.
People love fish.
Can I tell you somebody who does? And I heard it on TV today. Katie Tur from MSNBC.
Really?
She was down at the fucking beach. She was at Ashbury Park, literally in front of the Stone Pony, and she said, she's like, it should be packed today, but it's not. And I'm watching TV and I'm going, well, A, it's not Memorial Day. B, it's fucking freezing. And C, it's Tuesday. So no, the beach should not be packed yet in Jersey. But she goes, and they're canceling shows. The singer of my favorite band, Trey Anastasio, was supposed to do a solo show here. And they had to cancel it because of the corona. I go, they've canceled every fucking show. It's not just Trey.
Come on, Katie.
Chris doesn't even like him. What about for you, Vito?
I despise Drake. I think it really annoys me that Drake is considered a rapper. He's a pop star.
He also doesn't have a voice good enough to be a pop star. I mean, he sings about as good as Kanye.
Yeah, I can't. I despise Drake, and like he's pretty much.
But you like Hotline Bling?
Like no, what really annoys me about Hotline Bling too. Like, look, the guy is smart. I'm not gonna discredit him. He knows how to go viral, and he knows what he did with Hotline Bling was pretty inauthentic. Where he did a stupid dance in the video because he knew it would get memed out, and like he's pretty much figured out like a corporate way to make rap songs, which is to take advantage of call and response and drop the beat and influence people to sit. Like it's a very generic and modified way to make hit songs.
Chris, to me, what fucking Vito is explaining right now, I would just call hip hop. It's just about call and response and poor dancing. And 100%. That's the whole fucking thing.
I mean, not anymore. Like, call and response died out.
It's still fucking going on. It's at every fucking show, Vito, and none of those guys can fucking dance. And in between every song, they fucking ask you to yell something back at them. I'm like, why don't you fucking yell, dude? You're the guy. We're at your show. You raised the roof, not us. So, we're all gonna fucking not like anyone. I think the person who's the most off here, though, is Chris Stanley. With the anti-Springsteen thing. Because he's done it for fucking 45 years. 45 years, Chris.
I get that he's been around for 45 years. It just doesn't connect to the Stan Man right now, all right? Or it never has. I never really realized fucking how big. What?
I've known you for at least 4 years.
What?
I've
13?
not heard... All right, 13 years. I've never heard anyone or even yourself refer to themselves as the Stan Man. This never has been said before.
I'm trying to get it going. It's Cinco de Mayo. Why can't I be the Stan Man?
All right, a lot of people are writing in. They don't get Earl. They don't understand Earl. I can't do that again.
I get Earl. He's a liar. It's simple.
Earl's going through a rough time. Let's all fucking think about him and send him good wishes as much as we can.
I'm about out of tequila, so I can go for some good wishes too. I might have to go to the vodka next.
Well, that has nothing to do with Cinco de Mayo. That is completely nothing but alcoholism. I wanted to tell you something, Vito, while you're kind of working as a manservant. My friend Mo from Tat to Shay, it's the best cigar fucking company out there, wants to send me some cigars. He said he could drop them off with you, but I know you like to keep your social distancing, right?
Yes, I can send him a shipping label.
That's interesting. So you would actually just send the label rather than run into somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to limit the people I see. I can give him a label, and then.
Well, but can I just ask you something? Then why are you dropping by Lewis Black's fucking house every afternoon?
I mean,
Make it out with Lewis Black every day.
Lewis Black is my first client, and it seems like we have a good thing going. I don't want to make him nervous that I'm meeting all these other people now.
I saw Vito at a house party last night.
All right, here's what I want you to do, Vito. Pass it off to Deborah. Let her deal, okay?
Okay.
And you just put your focus on who? Lewis Black.
Lewis
That
Black.
he gets everything he needs during this quarantine.
Just seems like some of his items aren't that essential.
No, it's fine. I've already started looking up. I mean, what's weird is I have to order this stuff that he wants. Like, I found a VHS copy of Cheers, but I'm just ordering it to myself to go bring to him. But whatever he wants.
I like it. He also said he's done with Cheers. He wants to move on now. And
after I track down this VHS copy, I mean, I can't lie. I'm a little frustrated at Lewis, but whatever he wants, he gets.
Don't get frustrated. Just stay in a good fucking place. He said he'd rather get every episode of Martin.
And on VHS still, or can we move to DVD?
No. Well, he didn't get a DVD player unless you want to get that, and you're going to have to hook it up for him. Did the baby just wake up, Gail?
Nope, she's asleep.
Just rolled?
Yeah.
I use a copy on my cell phone. Can't believe, I can't believe Vito doesn't like that. I can't believe he turned his back on Hibbity Hop.
Just Drake.
Drake's the best.
Drake was right. Hate is gonna hate.
He came up with that, I think.
I can't even read the fucking news. I read the news today. Oh boy. Hey, all right, let's play this game. What Beatles song do you absolutely hate? And no fucking fair picking the too obvious. It's got to be something that other people actually like. Gail?
Oh my God. You're going to have to give me a second because I have to think about it.
Okay. You know who I don't have to wait for? The Stan Man. Stan Man?
Okay.
What Beatles song do you absolutely hate?
Stanman here. I'm going to say Revolution 9 is fucking not a good song.
Of course. Stop it. That's the obvious. You can't pick that. You got to pick like one that people actually like. Come on, Stan Man. Reach in.
All right, Yesterday is kind of a fucking obvious song, and I don't fucking really like it at all.
I gotta agree. That is not a great fucking song. Of course, it was written by a child, but still, it's massively big.
It's huge. Fucking people love Yesterday, and it's just fucking not good, and it's obvious. These people just fucking love the word yesterday, so they fucking they ignore everything else. The song
Chris, that's the tequila talking. You could have just left it at Yesterday and been fine. Vito, what do you have?
I think Hey Jude they just pretty much repeat the same words over and then
no,
pull a bunch.
Vito,
So
you're
fuck
wrong.
Hey Jude.
That's the dumbest thing ever. That's the dumbest thing anyone's ever said.
You guys want to talk
before.
shit about rap? Well, fuck those lyrics.
Hey Jude's fucking lyrics are unbelievable. And he was singing it. He was singing it to John Lennon's fucking son. It's unbelievable song. It's heartbreaking song. He's saying to this boy, "Here's my advice because I know when your parents get divorced, I'm not going to see you because I'm fucking partners with your dad." This song has been gigantic. This is the only song that could probably be sung by the whole world at the same time. Gail, what do you have?
All right. So I didn't want to just do like something like Rocky Raccoon or something everyone would say like, Yellow Submarine. I think Obla Di Obla Da, not a good song.
I got to agree with you. It's a terrible fucking stupid song. But I would disagree about Rocky Raccoon. I think that's a great country and Western song. I think it's really, really adorable. And I always thought that it should have been made into a movie.
They fucked up.
How about some of the shit that Vito was saying today? You know, it was almost
Wild now.
It was almost anti-human. You know, maybe he's had too much pressure on him in that studio by himself.
Remember the Olympics when all the athletes were singing "Hey Jude"? I think that happened. I'm pretty sure that actually occurred.
You're thinking about the Coca-Cola commercial.
Vito, you're just being mean today. You're just going through one of those hungry days that you get from not eating as much as you want to.
Sorry, I'm just going through a lot right now.
It's probably because of the Bruce Springsteen comment that Chris made.
I know.
So
he's going around trying to attack everything. He said Juju talks stupid. She doesn't even know the word dinosaur. And she says penguin wrong.
And
that
also,
is really,
Dosador is pretty close, so I think it's fine.
If you didn't tell us, we wouldn't know what she was saying.
She's totally wrong, Gail.
Chris, I'm the one that's mad, not you.
He forgets where we're going with things.
all he remembers.
God
is he's
damn it,
drunk as
Juju!
hell.
You've disappointed me.
Juju, chill out, Juju. The best fucking thing we've ever had, a complete meltdown by Chris Stanley screaming at Gail at least 18 different times. It got to a point where anytime Gail started to talk, Chris was yelling, just chill out, Gail.
Chill out, Gail.
Like it was a girlfriend.
I couldn't have been more chill.
Yeah. Like it was a girlfriend on the day that they were breaking up. You know what I mean? Like you just had it. And then we found out the entire fucking show didn't record. It was the Christmas special.
It was terrible. I can't remember what happened, but you guys tell me it was great.
It was the funniest, literally the hardest I've laughed in years because it was so crazy. And you were selling it so hard. Like you never, for a second, you were one of those drunks where you just kept repeating things that you had just done 30 seconds before. And believe me, I've been that kind of drunk. I understand what happens when you get caught in that fucking loop. So that was making me laugh so hard. But you were intently screaming at Gail, and Gail was falling out. I was falling out. And the fact that this never recorded, because Gail and I were saying we're going to print a Chill Out Gail shirt. That's how fucking crazy it was. And what happened to the recording that day, Chris? What exactly went wrong?
I think like the Earl didn't hit the backup on the recording from what I can remember.
Tell me.
And the initial recording, no, I'm not kidding. And the initial recording was corrupted. Like the CD that we're recording on, we're recording digitally and also, fucking on analog media. But Earl didn't do this back.
Chris, this is a little inside baseball. So chill out.
Understood.
Earl?
Yes.
Earl, to this minute, and this happened... Was it last Christmas or the Christmas? It was last Christmas, right?
The most recent.
I had no idea that Chris covered for you. I had zero idea that.
Chris is not telling the truth.
What?
Oh, really?
Said what actually happened was we did not have. I believe we did not have access to the backup studio to where we usually do a recording. That's generally what happened. He wouldn't remember that he was loaded.
Well, let's go to Vito because he was fucking sober as a judge.
This is interesting. The pad data right now says more lies from Earl.
Vito, what happened?
I remember Earl being in the room during the Chill Out Gale situation, which means we did have the backup room available at that point.
Yes, but we did not start. We were not rolling at all, because we didn't have access. We couldn't start the recording. We usually just start and go.
But you could start. The backup could have started the second that you were out of that room.
We didn't have access to the studio. Period.
Earl, you're not. You're ignoring. I have to keep up the more lies from Earl on the pad data if you don't acknowledge this. Now it says Earl doubles down on lies.
Jesus, Earl.
Earl, did you get off on lying?
Earl, no one's mad at you. You were there for that, right, Earl?
Did he really?
He's back now.
Okay.
Okay.
Earl.
That means he was angry, but he called back.
Earl, you were there that day, right?
Yes.
Was Chris's meltdown the funniest fucking thing ever? Were we absolutely dying? And did this go on for 20 mad minutes at least?
I've never seen him tee off on Gail like that ever. Like he'll tee off on me. He'll tee off on Vito.
Never. First of all, never has Chris gotten, because this wasn't even angry. It was just a crazy thing. It was.
Yeah, he wasn't angry. He was insane.
It was too bizarre to be even upset with, and
At one point, he wasn't even screaming at Gail. He screamed at Ron, "Hey, Ron, control your daughter."
It was.
Let's go back and listen. Let's go back and listen to the tape.
Oh, Earl.
Yeah, but
it all came from the fact that we disagreed on who was the best late night host. It wasn't even anything real to be angry about.
That's right. You said John. You said John Oliver, and he was furious about that.
He always breaks down during late night host when he drinks. Because the year before is when he started screaming about Jimmy Fallon, that Jimmy Fallon's his favorite person in the world because he likes people who talk shit and play games.
Now, Earl, why didn't you say, "Hey guys, we don't have a backup. We shouldn't even be doing this then"?
Because we went off with the assumption that the primary recording was not going to get corrupted, which we
would never do. First of all, yes, we do. We never don't have a backup. It's 100%. It's like if you were in an airplane, you prepare that things could go wrong. And what happened here is that you took the black box, you wiped your ass with it, and then threw it out the window.
They jerked off.
You jerked off too, Earl?
You forgot that part.
I didn't know that he did. I had missed that completely. I just saw a shitty black box going out the window.
Ron, he was so happy to throw it out the window, he was fucking coming.
Earl.
And that's the guy who doesn't come.
Earl, this is where you should be talking back, and we're just, killing time to the end of the show.
We did not have access.
We know that we did. But that would have been your job to say, guys, we can't even record this today. Because without the backup, there's no sense in doing this.
The pad data now says Earl's lies continue to break the team apart.
But just so you know this, Earl, Chris, all that time took responsibility for it. And I'm like, don't worry. I was disappointed. But I'm like, don't beat yourself up. You were drunk. You were performing. You were hilarious. I feel bad that the listeners didn't get that. But he never once said that Earl did it until he got drunk again today. And then I guess the truth, First truth is chill out, Gail. Second truth is Earl didn't do the backup.
Loose lips sink Earl.
Yeah, I was there. I was sober. I knew what happened, and Chris is not telling the truth.
Yeah, what happened was
sober.
Yeah,
Vito
was pretty
sober. Fuck.
As Chris said, I'm sober as fuck. And I never like to agree with Chris. He grosses me out.
Why, man? Why do I gross you out?
As my mom said before, you're a dirty person. We don't accept things from you.
Yeah, well, she has sex with her son, so what the fuck does she know?
Oh,
Come on, man. I'm literally on your side right now.
That's bad. Chris, what you said was really bad.
That's not okay.
People attack me. I have to fucking respond in turn.
Why do you turn on your own?
Oh, by the way, Vito, I'm going to give some truth to you. Fucking Chris said to me, hey, don't think I'm on this fucking gold belly thing. And I go, oh, I know you're not. Don't even worry about that. But just so you know, I gold bellied you. Gail gold belly you. And Chris was like, don't fucking put me on the gold belly list.
I figured Shallow Pocket Stanley wouldn't want to send me anything.
That's so fucked up.
Let me tell you something, Chris. There is a fucking thing outside your pockets that says no diving because it's so fucking shallow you'll break your neck. And Earl, I know you don't want a gold belly, right?
I wouldn't mind that.
Send me some of your leftovers from Thanksgiving.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
You fucking nailed
That was
him.
a lie. That was a lie you got caught in. What do you think you'd get for Vito, Earl? Hard Rock leftovers?
I would probably. There's a great place here in Jamaica that everyone seems to love. It's called the Door. Great.
Boo.
Great food. Fantastic.
Great food. Wow. I have to try that place. They have great food.
I'll show you
It
the
sounds-
door with that bullshit.
Sounds like Soylent Green.
What kind of food, Earl? When you describe a restaurant, normally you tell us what you're getting. And they deliver to the west side of Manhattan?
I would have to find out, but it's Jamaican food.
Because it's in Jamaica, Queens?
Not Queens, Jamaica, but Jamaica, the island.
Yes, I understand. I was doing a little joke with you because we all do radio together. So just dull, blunt truths is never what we're looking for here.
You're wrong, You're wrong, Ron. It's not in Jamaica, Queens.
You know how, like, when we're hungry, we all say, let's go out for Jamaican. All right, I'm looking at this place online right now. It gets 310 people put in their reviews, 4.5 stars. That's pretty impressive.
Good.
This is, so it says seafood, elegant Jamaican dining. That sounds fantastic.
Earl's probably going to put some beef patties in a snail mail envelope and send it over to me.
Earl is not kidding. The waiter is basically looks like he's the head of the USC band. You know what I mean? He's dressed like a drum major. This is a big time place. Crab cakes, buffalo wings. I don't know how they're considering this Jamaican. Crispy fried chicken salad.
Oh.
Stir-fried chicken, stuffed chicken breast. They go a little heavy on the chicken here, Earl. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Brown stewed chicken, jerk chicken.
I think they have curry goat.
That sounds nice, Vito. Wouldn't you like to eat some goat?
Oh.
No, I don't want to have goat. I like that.
You don't want curried goat?
Ron and Gail looked out for me and things that I enjoy and that I like to eat.
That is true. We thought about your taste, your palate.
Earl is literally thinking, what's the first place I could think that's close to me?
Well, I'm thinking of the place that's open because there's still lines going out down the block for takeout.
There
Well,
shouldn't
that
be
sounds
lines.
dangerous, Earl. Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
You know what's still open over here that shocks me and I see people online for? The halal cart on 53rd.
Wow.
Really?
And there's
That
like
place is great.
I pass it and there's like lines of 10 to 15 people.
Earl was on it today.
Why are you saying that, Chris?
Because I saw it.
Please put the vodka down. You finished the bottle of tequila. The drinking is over. It's done.
Ron, it's Cinco de Mayo. How could it ever end?
Well, the 6th. That's the perfect time for it to end.
No 6 de Mayo.
He's a happy drunk until he's not. The Chris Stanley story.
I love it. I love fucking Cinco de Mayo.
I know you do. Only because of the drinking. There's nothing else about the holiday that appeals to you.
I have no idea anything else about it, but I wish I had a margarita or knew how to make one or had the things that I could make it with because I really miss having a margarita.
You went through a lot of details that you didn't need to. Margarita is a good fucking drink, though.
Yeah.
Earl, did you check on that place? Did they do a 7-mile delivery?
Yeah, I'm checking the site now.
Why would you check the site? They obviously don't deliver from Jamaica. Queens.
Let me look at the site first to see if they deliver.
Oh,
I've said I don't want it.
Let me finish. Let me fucking finish. They don't deliver. I don't have to call them to know they don't deliver to the fucking Upper West Side. Fuck.
All right, this got sent to us. I love how Gail has to interpret for Juju, Vito has to interpret for Chris, and Ron is interpreting for Earl. We really do. This is the day of 3 Jujus.
I'm just sick of Earl fucking lying and looking up delivery times for restaurants.
I'm not lying about anything. I'm checking the site. I made a suggestion. I'm trying to make a nice gesture, and I get shit on. So, okay.
I mean, a nice gesture is thinking about the person it's going towards. This would be like if I were getting Chris a gift.
I didn't get an order. I said a suggestion.
If I were to get Chris a gift and I sent him a DVD of Shawn Michaels' best matches, I don't think he would care about that as much as I would.
Okay.
He sent it to me, though.
Yeah, hot break kid. So now you're not sending him anything, right, Earl? Earl, did you hang up again?
I could look something else up. I could try something else, but again, I'll probably get the hammer hit upside my head again all over again. What am I going to do?
Earl, there's no hammer. We want to suck that dick, bro. All right, fucking. We want you to fucking be happy, man.
None of us want to suck that dick. You're not even making sense. You're
you
drunk.
Don't speak for me, Chris.
Or me. Or even yourself right now.
Maybe I'm off on that last comment. I don't know.
All right. Flathead just wrote to me, Chris sounds like the old days, Jones and for more. Flathead, the old days to him is 30 hours ago. That's the last time he was Jones and for more. All right. Quickly, we don't have much time left before we got to sign off. What have you decided to go with, Earl?
I have to look something up that's specifically for Vito's liking.
We haven't had Peter Luger's in a long time.
Oh, God forbid, Earl, you order something the person you're sending it to likes. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
Jesus Christ, bro.
Laughing my ass off.
All right, this all felt as shit. I didn't want it to happen that way.
Me neither.
Not on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, not on the holiest of holy days, you know?
It's a day for friends and family to come together.
It is. It's the return of the 5th.
30 seconds.
All right. See you guys later. Enjoy the rest of the Cinco de Mayo.
Peace.
I will.